Good morning, Saber. Today, Miss, we are going to do some of the comprehension exercises, reading comprehension exercises in the student book, page 50. Now, we are going to answer according to the text that we have read about Queen Victoria, the Queen of the United Kingdom. Exercise number 1, read the statements and write T for the true sentences and F for the false sentences, and then we want to correct the false ones. Number 1, the princess was always with her mother or her tutor or with her governess. We said that Princess Victoria or Queen Victoria, when she was a princess, when she was a child, she wasn't allowed to be alone. So she was always with her mother, tutor, or governess. So that statement is true. Number 2, when she was introduced to Prince Albert, she wanted to marry him. Now, when she was introduced to Prince Albert for the first time, she liked him, but we said that she wasn't ready to get married yet. So we will write F for false, and the wrong in that sentence is that she wanted to marry him. راح نصححها بكتابة she wasn't ready to get married yet. Number 3, one of her first requests was to have an hour in bed by herself. Now, we said that when she became a queen, she asked for two things or for two requests. The first one is to have an hour by herself, and the second one to have her bed removed from her mother's bedroom. But she didn't ask for an hour in bed by herself. So that sentence is false. رح نحط خط تحت اللي خلى هاي الجملة خاطئة, and we are going to correct it here. So one of her first request was to have an hour by herself. وإذا بدنا نكمل الطلب الثاني اللي هي to have her bed removed to a room of her own. Number 4, after Victoria was crowned, she lived in Buckingham Palace, and that sentence is true. Number 5, after 1861, Queen Victoria wore black dresses every day. Now that sentence is true. We said that after 1861, which is the year in which her husband, Prince Albert, died, she wore black for the rest of her life. Number 5, from the 1st of May 1876, Victoria was named Empress of Britain. Now we said, Miss, that she was named Empress of India, not Britain. Number 7, in the Victorian period, children didn't have to do what they were told. Now we said that the family life was important during the Victorian period, so the children were, they had to be obedient. So it is a false sentence. راح يكون الخطأ فيها اللي هي didn't have to do. راح تصير عندي إنه they had to do what they were told and they had to be obedient. Number 8, factories were always a good place to work. Now that sentence is false. We said that the working in factory was hard and it was dangerous. So here we are going to underline good, and we are going to replace it with harsh and dangerous place to work. Number 9, Queen Victoria was known as the Grand Old Lady of Europe. Now we said that she was called the Grandmother of Europe. Number 10, the last statement. She died and was buried next to her husband in 1901. That sentence is true. Let's move to exercise number 2. Who are these people? Match them to the description. Now we have here the tutor, the governess, prime minister, husband, ruler, and empress, and we are going to match them with their definition. بكل شخص من هدول الأشخاص بدنا نوصله مع تعريفه أو مع مهامه ووصفه. So let's start with the tutor. حكينا اللي هو المعلم الخصوصي أو the private teacher. لما تتفرج على الجمل الموجودة عندك هنا السابع رح نوصلها مع number 5. So the tutor is a person who teaches children in their homes. Number 2, we have the governess. حكينا governess اللي هي معناها المربية. So by looking at the sentences here, we will see that governess means the woman who looks after and teaches children in their own homes. Let's go to C, the Prime Minister. Now, again, we want to look at the sentences we have here, and we will see that the Prime Minister means the leader of the British government. وانتبهي اني انا ما راح اختار number 1 the person who controls a country لانه مهمة the Prime Minister is to lead the government. Let's go to D, husband, اللي هي معناها زوج, and it is the definition of that word is 3, the man who is married to a woman, and we said that we called that woman a wife. Ruler is the person who controls a country, and empress اللي هي راح تكون مع number 2 a woman who rules an empire, and we said that it is the female word of emperor. Let's now move to exercise number 4, scan the text and find. Now we have to read the text quickly in order to find these things. Number 1, 3 people, one of whom was always with Victoria as a child. Now when she was a child, she had to be with either her mother or her tutor or her governess. Number 2, 2 requests Victoria made as soon as she was a queen. حكينا انه هي عملت طلبين بمجرد ما صارت ملكة. The first one is to have an hour alone or an hour by herself, and the second one is to move her bed from her mother's room to a room of her own. Number 3, the number of children Victoria and Albert had together. We said that during or along 17 years they had 9 children. Number 4, 2 people who died in 1861. Now in that year her mother died and her husband Prince Albert. Number 5, 3 structures that were built in the Victorian period اللي هي كانت بتدل على industrial progress, على التطور الاقتصادي أو الصناعي. We said that we had factories, we had railways and bridges that were built during the Victorian period. Number 6, the exact length of Victoria's reign. Length بمعنى طول أو مدة. المدة بالتحديد لحكمها لحكم Queen Victoria. حكينا إنه she reigned England for 63 years, 7 months and 2 days. And by that exercise 7 we have reached to the end of our exercises. Thank you for watching and have a great day.